Hi, it's Megan. So I have some of the MAC Alluring Aquatics collection right now. I've got 4 of the 6 eyeshadows, and I was I don't know, I was a little blown away. First of all, the extra dimension eyeshadow finish. In fact, all the extra dimension products are among my favorite of the MACs. I just really like the finish of it. It's got a metallic, no, not quite metallic sheen to it. And it does have sometimes little almost glittery things that reflect off of it. But I love the richness of the color, and then I like the soft sheen of the finish. It's just a very, there's this whole finish thing that I love, and a couple brands do it really well, which is just that very soft glow. And I think this collection, these collections, the extra dimension products, the cheeks, lips, whatever, highlighters, they all have that feel to them. It's not quite as, well, okay, let me rephrase that. It's a little bit more metallic than other brands sometimes have, but it never gets to that metallic look, which on me sometimes looks kind of hard, quite frankly. It just doesn't, I'm not cool toned enough to kind of pull off, I think, how much that cool, it just, on me, it gives a real cool look that doesn't work so well. And I mean cool not isn't like cool the way the kids have always said, oh, things are cool. I mean like cool isn't too cool. So when they talk about the eyes, they say eyes take on a subtle radiance in tarnished olive, seafoam, and darkened plum extra dimension eyeshadow. So I didn't get the Pearl Glide Intense eyeliners, and I kind of regret that. I didn't get them because they were not limited edition. They are limited edition packaging, and I don't know, I didn't get them, but whatever. I'm thinking about getting them, and the reason I'm thinking about getting them is because as I played around with these colors, I was blown away at just how great they are for all those smoky deep eye things, which perfectly match some of the light lip colors like I have on right now, the lips, because you get kind of a little bit of shimmer on your lips, but your eyes are drawn to the eyes and the colors and how vibrant they are. I actually was almost tempted to put a white base on my eye just so I could build the color up even more, but then I decided not to because I have to do other things today and I wanted to wear the makeup after, and I just don't like going around with that much makeup on my eyes. I have too much space there. It looks ugh. So there are 6 limited edition eyeshadows, and I have 4 of them. So these are very soft and smooth. They're a little bit dry, and it is a buildable formula. I put them on both with an eyeshadow base and without I can definitely see a clear difference with how pigmented and vibrant they are. I put them on over an eyeshadow base, and I guess on me, maybe because I've got dry skin and so it sucks in that eyeshadow base and just like sets things. These build really fast with an eyeshadow base. You can also apply them wet or dry, and they are obviously a lot more pigmented wet than dry. I see a noticeable difference. I have outdoor swatches too, and what I love about taking outdoor swatches with stuff that has this kind of shimmer and sheen and all, it just, you can see the colors so much better than I think I can ever show them inside. They're just so beautiful. So what do I have? Oh, the other thing I was going to say is even without an eyeshadow primer, they are very, very pigmented, so use a light hand or a light brush. So the brushes I used a flat, it is actually harder than it looks. It's a hard eyeshadow brush. I used a little tiny eyeshadow brush. This is actually softer than it looks. And then I used this kind of short eyeshadow brush. So the colors first, and then I'll tell you what I did as I put them on. So first is Lorelei, and this is described as a golden beige. So these are $19.50 for 0.04 ounces, and my understanding is that they're online everywhere available or sold out. They're online, it's sold out. And then tomorrow MAC is actually releasing them, Thursday, and I'm trying to get these up today. So this is it, and this is the really amazing packaging that they come in with those little water drops, and the water drops are on the box too. So Lorelei was described as golden beige. It's kind of a coppery peach, a warm coppery peach. And this is a fairly light shade. Not as light as I expected, but you can see it doesn't show up so much. And I think it's more coppery peach as opposed to like a gold peach, because it's got that warmth to it, which is very pretty. So this I took this brush and put it up here. And by the way, I did 4 colors on my eyes, and I like that a lot. I think it's really pretty. You can create these amazingly deep, just complex, stunning looks as I played around with the different colors. They really meld well together, even though the undertones were a little different sometimes as I played around with them. It's like the ocean kind of melding into the ocean. It just, the colors really, really blend into each other beautifully and just create amazing looks. But I honestly like these best alone, just taking a brush and putting it on the lid and then slightly into the crease and then lining partway under. The reason is that they're all so beautiful. I feel like they kind of need to be highlighted on their own, but you can do just amazing looks mixing them all together. And I've taken a black eyeliner to them, not the MAC ones from this collection on, like I said, and I've kind of mixed that in to create a more smoky look, and it's amazing. These are really pretty, but you have to like the greens, the purples, and these are stormy looking colors, I think. The grays, the blues, it's a stormy ocean. The next one I have is Silver Sun, and this is described as a mid-tone dirty seafoam green. And so I thought this was kind of medium. On me it gets a little dark, in fact darker than I expected looking at it in the pot. So that's it. And I see all kinds of shades in this. It is green. It has a very almost frosty, they all have almost a frosty look to them. And this I got gold and almost like a, yeah, you definitely see the gold, and I almost feel like there's a little bit of a blue in there. This one definitely has a lot of complexity, and I can see yellow. As I move my wrist around, I can see a lot of colors in here. That's a lot of complexity. So this I took and I put in the inner part of the crease. Well, you can see right in there. And then I played one little trick with an extra product from another brand, which I'll show you in a minute. The next one is, let's see, the name is Legendary Lure. I love this color. How do they describe it? They describe it as a deep cerulean, which is a blue, but it's not, well, maybe cerulean's not blue. I thought that was blue, but it's like a deep grayish forest green. It's a little bit cooler, dark, and again it's got that frosty metallic. They all have slightly, not super metallic, slightly metallic look to them. I just love that. Like, how do you describe a color like that? It's gray, green, shimmery. The shimmer changes the color as it moves around. I can see kind of a little bit of, yeah, I definitely see the green, almost, but I also see like a dark bluish gray in there. So that's it. And this I put on the outer part of the eye. And I think the practical impact on the eye is very much like a green. I mean a gray, but it's got that green undertone. So if your eyes look good with grays or greens, then this is the kind of color. But you can't even, like, I can't even describe how pretty this is. That's why I take the swatches outside, because I think only in the sunlight can you see how pretty they are. The next one is Fathoms Deep, and this is described as a deep blue, which is like such a, this one's a little bit cooler. Again, the frost makes things cooler, but blues tend to be cool anyway. It's like a gray sapphire in my mind, but it almost has a purplish tint to it as well. So this I took under the eye. I actually first used this little brush, wet it, and then put it under the eye. And then I took this brush, put a little bit on this brush, and just kind of smudged it a little bit. And then I put a little bit in the crease. And you can see the greens, I mean, these have different undertones to them, but they blend really well together. So overall, I think this is out of the ballpark. These are beautiful shadows. Do I wish I had the other two? You know, I might make my way to MAC tomorrow. I haven't decided yet. I kind of don't need them, but I'm blown away by the eyeshadows in this collection. I have nothing bad to say about them at all, except maybe I wish they were cheaper, right? We can always say that. And that they sold out so fast, that would be my big complaint. It doesn't seem quite right. They should have had more for people. That's it. If you have the other two colors, or if you have these, I would love to hear what you think. if you have other parts of the collection I should have gotten and didn't. I would love to hear that. And please subscribe on YouTube. And then I also have a novel that I'm putting up on YouTube called Masks, which is about makeup and the masks we wear, and I'm putting that up chapter by chapter and put a link to that in the description. Thank you.